Every single citizen, when they're born in the Czech Republic, they are required to drink a beer as soon as they're born. It's just the rule. It's what everyone has to do. No, I'm just kidding. But they do drink a lot of beer here. We are in the Czech capital of Prague. One of the most beautiful cities in all of Europe. The architecture here is stunning. A lot of things that I've never seen in my entire life. So as we're finishing up our first Pilsner Urquell of the day, we're just gonna have some fun facts about Pilsner Urquell as we do this, because this will not be our last. Many people consider Pilsner Urquell to be the most imitated beer in the world, meaning that there are a lot of breweries all over the place that try to make the exact same kind of beer. When you think about the word Pilsner, you see it so much on beer menus. It comes from the fact that Pilsner Urquell was brewed in Pilsen, Czech Republic. That's where the style Pilsner comes from. Makes a lot of sense that it's the most imitated beer in the world. Staropramen is another really popular beer here in Prague, and there's kind of a rivalry between the two. Just as people who don't know that much about beer, they kind of taste the same. I know I'm probably gonna get some hate in the comment section for saying that, but they're very similar types. Another beer that I think tastes a little similar to Pilsner Urquell, and I'm sure I'll get some hate for saying this, but Stella Artois, the Belgian beer that you can find pretty much anywhere in the world, I think it has a very similar taste profile to Pilsner Urquell, and you gotta wonder if they were trying to imitate it a little bit as the most imitated beer in the world. So Pilsner Urquell #1 of the day, we found it right at a stand at the main square. They also had a good selection of food, including this ham behind me. We couldn't quite go for the ham because we still have a lot to eat today and it was probably gonna be too filling, but oh my god, does that look good. Just look at it spin like that. I can imagine there's a lot of people that are just walking through the square and they smell that and they immediately buy it. But we did get a little treat for ourselves. This is called halušky. It's basically just cabbage and potatoes, but there are little bits of bacon in there too.
Oh my god, that is amazing. Potatoes are cooked perfectly, the cabbage is wilted and it's got a nice salty flavor. The bacon just adds a little bit. This will warm you up on a cold, rainy day.
But the bacon in here is really good.
It's thick. So good, right?
It's a very simple concept, but it's really good. Found out that the ham is called Old Prague ham.
Prague ham.
And it looks really good. Might have to get that later. We weren't quite sure at first when we were eating it, but now we have definitely confirmed it actually is the Old Prague ham that they put into the halušky. I almost forgot the name of the halušky now. They put Old Prague ham into the halušky, so there's little bits of Old Prague ham in there. So we did get a little taste. It is delicious.
This is so good.
So when you cross the Charles Bridge from the Old Town, the other side is the neighborhood of Malastrana, where we're hoping we can find both another Pilsner Urquell and a fried cheese sandwich, which is a very important specialty that Sydney said she used to have all the time in school. I forgot the name of it though. What is it again?
I have no clue. Fried cheese sandwich.
This is what it's called, right here.
Now, Malastrana is one of the cutest neighborhoods you can find in Prague, so definitely put it on your list to see.
This shot right here going through the bridge, wow, look at this. The streetcars here are so cool. They're so old, but we just saw a new one pass and the old one had to wait.
We have been searching on the other side of the river for a fried cheese sandwich. I didn't know it was so hard to come by.
I think you're making this up. I haven't seen it in one single place. While we continue our search for the fried cheese sandwich that Sydney claims exists, but I'm still not sure about, we will try a Czech hot dog. Obviously, you can find a hot dog stand pretty much anywhere, but they're a little different here. The bun is actually on the outside of the hot dog, and then whether you have ketchup or cheese or whatever around it, that just kind of surrounds it within the bread. So here it is. It's pretty much the same thing, except I think it's a little bit easier to eat. There's a lot of mustard on there. Convenient.
I love how it's in a roll, because sometimes with regular hot dog buns, there's not enough bun to meat ratio, whereas this, there's a lot of bun, a little bit of meat. All of your condiments, your mustard, your ketchup stays inside the bun. You get the perfect bite every time. That's really good.
All right, we may have a lead on the fried cheese.
Maybe hyping this fried cheese sandwich a little too much, but rest assured, this is the one thing my friends and I would get after we had one too many Pivos below our belt. We would crave this fried cheese sandwich. And from what I remember, there's a stall in Winchester Square, which is where we're heading next. Fingers crossed.
Moment of truth.
The search for fried cheese is growing ever more complicated. The one that I went to before, so sad. I was walking up to it so happy and it's closed. So I don't know if it didn't make it from COVID. So the search continues. This is so difficult to find. The sandwich, I know you can order it at any restaurant as an entree, but it's just different. It's a little bit different.
Well, street food is plentiful here in Prague. One thing you absolutely have to do is go to a sit-down restaurant and get a traditional Czech meal. Roast meats, potatoes, gravy, potato dumplings, soups, they have it all. And of course, they have Pilsner Urquell. We found an establishment called Mataje Kotrobi. It's the best I can do. We tried a few different places tonight. Without a reservation, it's actually pretty tough on a Thursday night in Prague. But this place looks amazing and a really cool interior. So let's go get some Pilsner.
Couldn't find a fried cheese sandwich, so I made my own.
We marched all up and down Prague for this, even though we ended up having to improvise. Let's see how the fried cheese sandwich is. I wish we could have tried the food truck version, but this is very tasty. Who knows, maybe we'll still be able to find one later.
Much like German food, Czech food is especially filling.
Yeah.
But that cannot stop us from having dessert.
Yes, we must have dessert because there's a special dessert we have to show you. We have had it before, but not in this style.
Not in this style. And Czechs claim that they've created it first.
I think one thing you can definitely say about Prague is that it is a nightlife city. There is constantly something going on. We got here on a Tuesday, and even on a Tuesday it was really busy. Wednesday night was busy. Thursday we couldn't even find a place to eat.
Oh my gosh, I did not know you needed so many reservations in this city. My bad.
We have to try a Trdelník. Trdelník? Turtleneck? I don't know how you say it. But the funny thing about this is we've actually had it before in Budapest, but there it was called a chimney cake. And I don't think it's the exact same thing. And I did not know this, but I guess it was actually invented right here in the Czech Republic. So it's very similar to the chimney cake we had, except look at that. Ice cream, strawberries, chocolate. That's really great ice cream. I haven't even got to the Trdelník yet.
I got the more traditional
filled with chocolate. This pastry is cooked over hot coals on a spinning steel beam almost, and it's wrapped around, covered with cinnamon and sugar. And you just kind of pull it apart like a spiral. That's so good. This is smaller than the chimney cake we had in Budapest, and I think the pastry's a little thicker. I remember it being quite thin, and oh, I prefer this for sure. The Czech way.
Thank you so much for joining us on our adventure in Prague today. If you're from here and if we missed anything, I'm sure we did. We did not have enough time here. Put it in the comment section below. I know Sydney will want to come back. I want to come back as well. I'm gonna miss the Pilsner Urquell on tap, that's for sure.